Good evening. How's everybody today? I hope you're doing well. Kevin is well now. You know me, run around now. I get a bug in my bonnet and I'm off. I can't stop until I'm finished. So, was going to do the waterfall today, but I got these things going on in the back of my mind. So Mr. Monk was supposed to be here between 9 and 9:30. He said, make sure you're on time because you need to dig a trench so we can put concrete in it so we can start to build the wall. Well, did he come? No. So we decided to go out and do what I wanted to do. And then he called about after 2 o'clock to say, oh, somebody called me and asked me to do some garden work for him. I had to spray poison on the grass. I'm like, but you already had an appointment. But the poison on the grass was more important than helping me. So it worked out nice anyway. So he didn't come, so we went out. And you know, Jan has got a bit of a sore belly, so she didn't really want to work outside. She just wanted to take it easy. So we went into town and got what I needed. And what did Kevin need? Well, my laptop is about I think it's like 4 or 5. It's over 4 years old, way over 4 years old. So, and when I bought it, it wasn't like the top of the range or anything, like a gaming PC or something like that. So it's been fine, but it's getting full. So I took a lot of stuff off. I got those little tiny hard drives, 1 terabyte hard drives. So I moved all my YouTube stuff off onto those little hard drives. But what happened then? It just got slower and slower. So I can make a 10-15 minute video and it takes an hour or over an hour to render. It's getting slower and slower. So I got another thing I'm doing on my laptop, which I need more processing power. So last night I was looking online and everything I looked at was like 26,000 or higher, closer to like $1,000, which is okay, but for what I was looking at, I wasn't happy with what I was paying. So I went back to the shop where I got my laptop from. I knew the guy who worked in there before, and I knew the technician who speaks a little bit of English, and he's the one who builds custom-made PCs for you and fixes other problems. So I told him roughly what I was trying to do with it, and I needed a fast hard drive, fast processor, and at least 16 megabytes of RAM. So, you know, I said it's basically number crunching. So, you know, they had one on the list. They have them in boxes out the back. One was like 13,000 baht, but it had like no guts. So I said, you know, you can upgrade it, but then it didn't have an HDMI connection, and that's how I connect to my monitor. So I thought, nah. The next one was like almost 20,000, but still it wasn't what I wanted. So he says, why don't you build a customized one? So I was like, good idea. So we looked at hard drives, and they have the normal, you know, they have the, what is it, used to be 5,400 RPMs, and it's 7,200 RPMs. And then they have this solid state drive, and they have this other thing now, which they call MS drive or something. It's 5 times faster than solid state drive. It's like 4, I can't remember, he said 5 times. I don't remember the details, but he showed me. I think the solid state drive does 500 megabytes per second, something like that, and this other one, the other one is even smaller. It's if you put two you know, combs that a guy would use side by side, it's about that big, and it's 500 megabytes, and it says it's 2,400 bits per second or something like that. So what? And it wasn't that expensive. It was only it was like 40 around 40 pounds, something like that, I think. I'm like, dude, so I said, can I have that as a bootable drive? He said, sure. So I needed a 4-core or bigger, so I got the, he said get the Intel chip, so Intel 5 has 6 cores. So I thought, okay, 6-core processor, 16 megs of RAM, this solid state super duper speed hard disk, and you know, that'll get me going. So I thought, okay, so then I put a CD-ROM on it, or DVD. Not that I ever use it, but you know, if you want to load something, you need it. So and then of course I needed a Wi-Fi, because there was a network cable built in it, but I don't have a network cable, you know, network to plug into, because nobody will bring cable here. It's too far away. Let me just show you something. So across this field you can see the sunset, right? But in the village there, behind those trees, they have high speed, but they won't bring the cable across these fields. So here's a little tiny video of the guy putting it together for me. Just booting up.
Yes.
18 seconds, yeah. 18 seconds to boot the computer up. So this is the inside. There's a solid state drive. This is a fan that pulls the air straight through. This whole front is a grill, so I'm not worried about it heating now. The 1 terabyte secondary drive's here, but I got a 500 gigabyte solid state drive there, which is faster than the SSD drive. So I should have plenty of processing power with this one. This is my network. That's my network card. It has Cat 45, but that's the red one there is for Wi-Fi. So it's all up and running now. And who's on Wi-Fi on YouTube? So over the weekend, I'm not going to try to do it to now because I got to edit this video for you. But over the weekend, I'll move stuff over. Everything I do is more web-based now. I have hardly any software that I use on a regular basis, except for editing software. Okay guys, well that's it for today. Sorry I didn't have any updates on the waterfall for you, but got these things bothering me about my laptop falling over and not being able to edit at all, and then I'll be stuck. You'll say, where is he? But this weekend I hope to get to the waterfall too. I'll just show you a little thing what I finally thought what I'm going to do first. So I was going to work over there today with the new bricks, but if you see those 2 little poles there, that's where the concrete is underneath. So I thought, well, better to clean it all back up, find the concrete again, and then dig the trench at least over here somewhere. So while Mr. Monk was going to be digging the trench, I could put the concrete in and put the footings for the wall over there, but it was all higgledy-piggledy, so I just thought leave it until the trench is dug. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to build that box. I finally figured out how I'm going to build the box. There's a box going to go on top which will act as a lintel, and then I can put some bricks on top of that, and then I can eventually take this bar off that's holding her up so she doesn't fall over. But once the concrete's on and grabbed her, then she's not going to go nowhere anyway. That's the next plan. Normally on weekends, when Jan comes, she'll come late, but I can do the woodwork myself. I don't need any help to do that, so I'll just come over here maybe lunchtime tomorrow and start framing that up with some wood. And then when we do mix the concrete for the footings for the wall, I can put some on top of her head, which will grab her and hold her to the bars and everything, to the concrete, so she can't fall over, because she's pretty heavy. I never thought I didn't think I was going to get her up there by myself, but I did. Okay guys, well that's it for the day. Look after yourselves. I hope you have a fam-dabby-dozy weekend. Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. All the very best. Look after yourself. See you next time.